Okay, because it's Christmas time, I thought I'd make a video about it, seeing as it has quite a lot of relevance with Christianity. Obviously it's not Christmas in all places of the world. Alright, I was talking to some Christians, and they all say that except of course Jehovah's Witnesses, they say, oh yeah, Jesus was born on the 25th of December, and so on. Not all of them, but some of the more hardcore, don't know what to call them, Christians say that it is. I was talking to them on the internet, so they're going to be more kind of fundamentalist. Anyway, I was going to talk about how the whole sort of festival is more based on pagan religions rather than Christianity and so on. Okay, firstly, I've actually done some research. I'll just need to read it. We've got, it says on this website, it's called www.loxley.com, if you want to check. It goes into saying how that it's not like definitely stated in the Bible when Jesus was born, so that you just have to kind of make educated guesses. But it explains how it's probably not on the 25th. So why do we celebrate it on the 25th? Well, it actually occurs around the same time of the year as the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. They were seen as the sign of the sun getting weaker. After the solstice, the days began to get longer, and pagan people thought that was an indication that the sun was getting stronger. So the winter solstice became the birthday, inverted commas, of several gods: Attis, Frey, Thor, Dionysus, Osiris, Adonis, Mithra, Tammuz, Cernunnos, and so forth. It is a solar holiday marking the time that the sun became apparently stronger by the day. And here's something I thought was interesting. Mithra, by the way, was born on the 25th, apparently, of a virgin. His birth was witnessed by shepherds and magicians, who raised the dead, healed the sick, cast out demons. He returned to heaven at the spring equinox, so Easter, which actually is Easter is not of Christian origin, but was actually a pagan tradition, like years and years before Jesus existed, or might have existed, doesn't matter. We've got. Mithra also had a last supper with 12 of his disciples, representing the 12 signs of the zodiac, eating bread which marked the cross, an almost universal symbol of the sun. Sound familiar? So, we've also got lots more pagan traditions here that kind of became adapted and put into Christianity when the Bible was written. We've got Yule log. A special log was chosen on the eve of Yule for the holiday fire. A small piece from the last year's log is used to light the fire. The lighting of the fire was a festive family event to hurry the return of the sun. Charred pieces from the fire would be kept to protect the house from the coming year. The woods most often sought for the Yule log were birch, oak, willow, or holly. Today the Yule log is sometimes represented as a log cake instead, or a small log is decorated with candles. The burning of the Yule log is a well-known tradition, but it's not done outside the pagan community anymore. Kissing under mistletoe, which is still nowadays quite well associated with Christmas, and not Christianity. The roots of this habit are unknown, but it is likely tied with the fertility aspects of mistletoe, and that was viewed as a bringer of peace by the Druids. Mistletoe is also a powerful healing herb. Mistletoe and kissing are also seen in one of the Norse myths. Frigga is the Norse goddess of love, marriage and fertility. Her son Balder was slain by Loki with an arrow made from mistletoe. When Balder was restored to life, Frigga blessed the mistletoe and gave a kiss to anyone who passed under it. Some later versions of this tradition say to remove the berry with each kiss. When there's no more berries on the sprig of mistletoe, no more kisses. We've got tree decorating, good old Christmas tree. There is some debate on the origin of this tradition, apparently. Druids and some other ancient cultures saw evergreen trees as symbols of everlasting life because they seem to live through the winter undaunted by cold. So using evergreen branches as decoration symbolised the undying strength of the sun. Decorating trees may have come from ancient Roman festival of Saturnalia. This festival is best known ancient celebration of the winter solstice. The name comes from Roman god Saturn, who ruled over agriculture. He was the main god honoured at this time, after the fall crops had been sown. Saturnalia lasts for several days, typically 7, but various officials changed the length of the festival on a few occasions. Saturnalia was the greatest festival of the Roman year and was marked with great feasting, gift-giving, dancing, playing, relaxing. Homes were decorated, work was suspended, and there was a general merrymaking done by all. So obviously, I'm presuming that in original Christianity, the whole festival of around Christmas time, I mean, original Christianity, as in before it became the main religion of Romans. I doubt they did any of this. It was only when they, I guess, updated the Bible when it became Romanized. Christianity became Romanized. That these things were added into Christianity to make it more accepted by Roman citizens and also all the Roman countries that they ruled. Or maybe maybe it wasn't the Romans that changed it, but maybe the people who were in the countries of these pagan religions just kind of mixed it in themselves. We've also got gift giving here. The Christians attribute the giving of gifts at Christmas to the wise men who brought gold, frankincense and myrrh to the newborn Jesus. This tradition was common well before the time of Jesus, and this was also in Saturnalia. We're going on to a bit more about the Christmas tree. It has likely origins in European pre-Christian pagan cultures. The Christmas tree was gained an extensive history and become a common sight during winter seasons in numerous cultures. So not just Christian countries. Could have had its roots in Germanic tribes. For example, the Minzel, Thor's oak, and the figurative Yggdrasil held special significance with the ancient Germanic tribes, appearing throughout history accounts as sacred symbols and objects. Among early Germanic tribes, the Yule tradition was celebrated by sacrificing male animals and slaves, by suspending them on branches of trees. We've also got Rome, where Roman mosaics were found in Tunisia, depicting showing the mythic triumphant return from India of the Greek god of wine and male fertility, Dionysus. The god carries a tapering coniferous tree. Or yeah, so it could have come from either of those. I think that's about it. A bit more structured thing than my previous video. Yeah. See you.